Hey everyone, it's Courtney Hunt, your art and design librarian at OSU. I'm here today to talk about databases for finding articles and other content about an artist or group of artists or art movement or whatever you might be searching for. So there are a couple of ways to get to databases on the library's website, which just as a reminder is library.osu.edu. Under here, under the recommended links over here, you can see that there is a list of research databases. These are separated into subject categories, or you can search for your favorite database. You can also get to databases through the online journals list if you're specifically looking for, one magazine or one academic journal. You can get to it that way. And you can also go to our subject and course guide. So I'm going to click on this down here. Now, you may notice that in your Carmen course in Canvas, you may notice that there's a library link off to the left on the dashboard. If you click on that library link, either I or if you're in another subject, for instance, you're in a math class or something, there may be a library link in your Carmen course that will take you to one of these guides. If you are in an art course, it's going to take you to the art guide. If you are in a design course, it will take you to the design guide. So under art and design, you will see what's listed here. I'm going to click on art today. So this is what would show up if you clicked on that library link in Carmen. If you are in a class that starts art, A-R-T. There's lots of information here. I put this together for you. I've added this information. It is curated for courses in art, doing research in art, or making art as well. So for studio artists. You can look through it on your own, but I do want to direct your attention to the databases and websites tab over here to the left. And then also just note that you can email me directly from this guide. So the reason why I'm taking you here instead of the research database list is because if you clicked on fine arts under the research database list, there will be a lot of databases that come up that either are directly or tangentially related to art. However, not all of them have, not all of them are the most direct way to find information that you're looking for. I would also like to mention that if you do a search just in that Discover Search tab on the library's homepage, you're going to find articles, but you'll also find lots of other information. So the most direct way is to go into an individual database and do a search there. Today I'm going to show you Art and Architecture Complete. Excuse me. So I'm going to click on the database and it's going to open the database catalog record here. So then I click on it again. You will see that access is given through the Ohio State University libraries. If you weren't already logged in, which I am, it would take you to the single sign-in screen. You'd put in your credentials and then it would eventually open this screen. You will notice here that it says that you are searching in Art and Architecture Complete. This is a database owned by EBSCO, and all EBSCO databases kind of have the same look. So if you feel like, oh, I've been here before, but you've never been in Art and Architecture Complete, it is possible that you've been in another EBSCO database and you just didn't really understand why, like what that was really called. And that's totally fine. So I'm going to do a search for, let me think, Lorna Simpson. So I'm putting Lorna Simpson's name in quotation marks here, and I'm leaving all these fields blank because I wanted to search the entire record, which I'll point out to you in just a second. If you wanted to look up articles and filter them down with other keywords, you could put those other keywords in these other search bars as well. So it would search for Lorna Simpson and gender, or Lorna Simpson and race, or Lorna Simpson and photography. You could, I mean, the keywords are limitless. You can come up with whatever you want. But I'm going to hit search and see what comes up. All right, so I got 113 results, which I can see right here. And you'll notice as we're scrolling through that the type of resource that you're looking at is going to be marked right here. So this is a review. It's a review of a book. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see that these are periodicals. So this is from Aperture, which now is a good time to have a conversation about reputable versus scholarly, or reputable versus irreputable. Aperture is a reputable photography magazine. It is not a scholarly journal, so it does not undergo peer review, which means that people who write for it are not reviewed by a panel of peers necessarily, though they probably go through what's called editor review. So it is vouched for. But it's important to point this out because reputable information is still good information. And a lot of experts that write for scholarly journals also write for reputable periodicals. So Aperture is one, Modern Painters down here is another. If you keep going, here's an academic journal. So this is a bulletin from the Philadelphia Museum of Art. It's important to know though what you're looking at. If you need to read something right away, you'll notice that there's a PDF full text link here, but there's not right here. So if you wanted to limit to what you could read in that database that day right away, you could click on the limit to full text option, and it'll filter those results down for you. It filtered it way down for us. I typically leave that off because sometimes you can find it in other databases, but I know that sometimes people are kind of in a hurry and they're just trying to find things that they can look at immediately. So in that case, I would click the full text button, but sometimes we have access to different journals and periodicals and other databases that we just don't have in this particular one. I'm going to click on this Find It button and see if anything comes up, for instance. Okay, so yeah, this is actually available through JSTOR. So I clicked on Find It at OSU, and this opens. So now I'm going to click this link to open the selected resource. And which one is that? Warner Simpson. Okay, so I'm not sure. Bulletin of the Detroit. Yeah, so you would have to look through these issues, but it should be there. So I just wanted to show you that because it's important to know that even though you know, having the full text immediately available is very satisfying, we do have access to a lot of things. And databases you should think of them as collections of stuff, right? They're collections of digitized scholarly work and other resources that are owned by certain databases. So if you think about the library's book collection as a collection of books, there are limits to what we have. We have some things and not others. So databases are the same way. So what may be available in JSTOR may not be available in Art and Architecture Complete, and vice versa. Another thing you can do, for instance, if you're writing like an art historical paper and you have gotten the directive to only include peer-reviewed sources, you can click on this filter here where it says peer-reviewed, and it will take you down to only resources that are academic journals. So if you open one of these, I'm going to open this one, you'll see that Lorna Simpson as a keyword, and those quotation marks, has been highlighted here. It's been highlighted here. It's been highlighted, you can't see it now, but it was in the small record, it was highlighted here as well. And so that's just showing you, you know, if I were to select any of these fields, it would only search in that field. But if you leave it just on select a field, it's going to search it as a keyword and it'll search this entire record. So you can look at the subject terms, you can click on those for new search results if you want to. And then there's all these tools over here as well that you can go through on your own. But when you're ready to read it, you've read the abstract and you've decided you definitely want to read it, you can click on PDF full text and read that article. It is always good to download the article or email it to yourself to make sure that you have it and that you don't have to go searching for it through the database again, because depending on how you've gone about creating your string of search terms, it can be really hard to recreate. So you can download it here with this little arrow, or you can email it to yourself with this button over here that looks like a little envelope. Make sure you select a citation format. For many of you, this will be Chicago Humanities, which is the notes and bibliography style. And then you can send it to yourself. You can also find that citation over here, this little yellow piece of paper, and scroll down to whatever you're using. But in this case, perhaps Chicago. Maybe some of you use APA, maybe some of you use MLA. You can choose from those. So yeah, that's basically how to use this database, and most research databases have similar functions and similar tools. They're just located in different places and look a little bit differently. So if you run into any hiccups or you need some help navigating this resource or any other resource, please reach out to me at hunt.877@osu.edu. Thanks for listening.